So this indeed has been the most fascinating race out there I have ever been into. The New York City Marathon not only has the greatest crowd out there, the challenging route with the total elevation gain of 300 meters, 5 bridges, terribly sophisticated logistics, and you have to do your homework first in order to get to the start line in time and not to get lost. And when you are there waiting for the start on a chilly November morning, you have to be ready to not get frozen in 2 or 3 hours. This was not the race A this time for me, as the race A will be later in December. So I was executing this race as a training session. The idea was not to overcook myself and to go relatively easy. And there were 2 electronic companions, the Garmin 970 on one hand with its PacePro and Stridefoot pod to assist me in the correct pacing, and the Coros PacePro on the other hand with its fascinating effort pace assistant. And the effort pace was brilliantly guiding me through all the ascents and descents. So please continue watching if you are interested. Thank you. So the strategy for the fueling is 8 160s dissolved with some water plus 8 100s gels. Coros PacePro on one hand, paired to pod 2 with the Stridefoot pod on the other hand, which will be paired to Garmin 970. Then we have the HRM ECG heart rate monitor together with the core body temperature sensor, the cap with the camera. Then we have the old winter coat to be disposed of just before the start, together with some old jeans, some old trail shoes, warm socks inside, and the vest to store the phone, the fueling, and some of the liquids. So that's the plan. I had a PacePro plan set up with the goal time of 2:59 and the negative split with segments aligned to elevation, but only for interactive or review purposes to see exactly how it guides you through the race. I had 2 nights with very little sleep due to travel and loud neighbors, so I asked ChatGPT for a detailed review of my ECG data. The overall interpretation was that my physiological readiness was excellent and my autonomic system had recovered well despite the limited sleep. So here on the left is my winter readiness and on the right is the race suit. Okay, it's 4:19 a.m. and I'm on a way out to find the metro station. It's always scary if you forget something the last moment, but I hope I'm fine. I was almost lost. I'm risking to be behind the schedule. I think I got dressed too warm, I'm already sweating, and I was lost a bit on the way to the metro station. Had to walk fast. I think I'm lost. I can't see my direction, so that's another challenge. ferry. Wow, I did it. I was slightly behind the schedule. Got there at like 5:33 maybe. And it departed 1 minute later. So the bus, the final leg to get me to the village. So it's 6:50, comfortably got into the village.
Bottles, and they must be in the front pockets of the vest. You should not fill the bladder or water reservoir at any point before or during the event. Please follow directions silently.
Yes.
La partie centrale de votre dossard de course officiel indique votre groupe, votre couleur de départ. Lorsque vous récupérez vos effets personnels,
en los contenedores de donación de ropa especialmente marcados. No recogemos ropa en el puente. Cualquier objeto perdido puede ser entregado a un miembro del personal de las tiendas de información de cada villa. Disfrute de la experiencia.
les réceptacles prévus à cet usage.
So got inside one big corral, wave 1, and it's 50 minutes to the start.
Laut verlassen. Bitte folgen Sie allen Anweisungen der Corral Marshals.
Agreed. Yeah.
Mind your space, mind your pace. So most of all, thank you for bringing the magic. So what timers, are we ready? Start teams, are we ready? These vehicles, are we ready? Athletes, are we ready? Athletes on your board. Get off onto the Verrazano Bridge and enjoy every step of your journey, Wave 1. You've got... Who's out here running New York City for the first time this morning? So beautiful to see. Welcome to the official start here at the
New York City Marathon. Here we go.
Back down mid after that into Central Park for a beautiful finish in front of thousands, if not millions of New Yorkers who have come out to cheer each and every one of you on this beautiful sunny Sunday morning. It's marathon day, and this is just the tip of the iceberg with wave number 1. We've got Kevin Flaherty out there this morning with the French team. Shout out to Kevin Flaherty. Shout out to you, my friend. We've got Rosie out the course. We've got the Coros.
At this point, my goal was to go super easy on both the ascent and descent of the Verrazano Bridge, as it's probably the most challenging and critical bridge of the race. It only looks easy, but because it comes right at the start of the marathon, it's a strategically important segment. The Garmin PacePro plan was slightly optimistic. I could see myself slipping behind the target pace by 30 to 40 seconds. At the same time, I was following the Coros effort pace, which had a much more conservative target, around 4:20 or 25 minutes per kilometer. The goal here was to keep it super easy, and in that sense, the win definitely goes to Coros for this segment. Despite the very easy effort, my heart rate still climbed up to 153 beats per minute on the ascent. That's still well below my LT2, but definitely not ideal for the first mile. I still felt very good at this stage and stayed focused on maintaining an easy effort on the downhill as well. The Pulaski Bridge marks the halfway point, and I was still going super easy. It felt better there than at any of my previous marathons at the halfway mark. On the infamous Queensboro Bridge, I still felt super fresh, but this is where I started to push the tempo just a bit more.
going back to Manhattan. 34 kilometers done. And it's getting slightly less comfortable, but that's fine.
The final climb in Manhattan, around 38 kilometer, 23rd, 24th mile, still felt relatively comfortable, but on the way down I suddenly realized that the descent was actually more difficult than the climb. I finally started to put in some effort during the final mile. My heart rate was still modest and it felt like the right time to push the tempo a little further. I eventually completed the race in 3 hours and 3 minutes with an average heart rate of 154 beats per minute, which is about 3 beats per minute lower than my usual marathon average. If I had to choose which watch and pacing strategy I would rely on again, Coros would be the clear winner. Its effort pace feature provides athletes with the personalized real-time data showing what their equivalent pace would be on flat terrain. It also factors in fully individualized metric based on each athlete's historical data. The Evolab algorithm further fine-tunes your personal model according to your specific strengths and weaknesses. It also learns from your training history how to reflect your unique response to different gradients. I've also found that it's superior to Garmin's grade adjusted pace, particularly in accurately representing effort on the Hilly courses.
I have to catch him. This is the greatest race ever. I've never seen anything like that. Simply amazing. Very loud. Thank you.
You need help to open it?
No, that's fine.
So remember, if you see a volunteer, thank a volunteer. And if you're inspired to join them, the TCS New York City Marathon volunteer registration opens on December 31st, so mark your calendars. If you're not racing next year, you can volunteer.
So let me know in the comments below how was your first race in the New York City Marathon. And thanks for watching.